Said as a community pastor. That's how we start those days. There was nothing like induction. And from being community pastor, became assistant minister in that same National Headquarters Church. And 10 years after, I was told, after joining to a team to plant so many churches in all around, Savannah Aguda Church, Olodia Papa Church, Calabar Church, travel to Calabar, and all of that. They said now you will go to, also now you will be the lead person to plant the church in Ebute Metta where you once fellowship as a house fellowship leader. And on the first day of the inauguration of the church, we have not less than 200 people. Not people that came to felicitate. Why? Because we have been having gospel night then before. We have standing choir in that same Ebute Metta. We have people that function in our gospel service. So they all came together, seeing that now this had always been our leader. And that is how we started. Are you in a house fellowship? Do you attend one? Or do you coordinate one? It's one of the major means through which God grew the church. And before you know it, the church in our National Headquarters Church began to have 2 shifts, 3 shifts, 4 shifts. And at the end of the year, they will look at people that had been instrumental by God to have brought people from their community to the church, and they will give them prize. And all of that. And if there was any first time that our late Reverend Dr. Wisin Badejo got note of me, it was as a result of that. When the award time comes, he will say, he will win it all. And then he says, he will become my personal assistant. My gifts was made bare. What could have been impossible in the church when we gather like this was made bare at the setting in the home. So do you know, sirs and man, that the gateway to practical Christianity that has to do with caring and sharing is the house fellowship. That's number one. Note it, because I'll just mention 2 more and I will ask you to join me to pray. The gateway to practical Christianity. Hey, you see, as we are sitting here on Sunday, every one of us can paint and pose to be who we are not. Very much possible. But Monday through Saturday, who are we? It is the space for deceit when you have a large church like this and we gather. I remember then, because we all live within the same neighborhood, you become intentionally careful about the life that you are living. We go out to do evangelism. You want to be careful. They can pop into your house at any time to greet you or passing by and just come in. You want, that was a reason for you to be careful and to live the Christian life truly. So the house fellowship is the gateway to practical Christianity. A common complaint that we hear every now and then in church is there is no love. Nobody cares here. Have you ever felt a sense of neglect or a sense of not being appreciated? It can happen in a large church like this. But at the home, there you can see, you cannot rule out that in a large or a growing church. But it happened in the early church. You remember? It happened in the early church. It could have led to crisis. But what happened? The Lord helped them. They could have said, who are you people groveling there? You know, we have the Jews and the Hellenists. The Hellenists are also Jews. But people that have lived outside Jerusalem, outside the country Israel. Like we have people that leave Nigeria, maybe to UK or wherever, and they came back. Then we now say, we that have remained, we are the original. These ones are fake. So when they began to share food, they will first of all share food to the so-called, in converted comma, the original. And they will bypass those that they claim not to be original. And there was grumbling. The apostle would have said, they could have waved this aside, but they gave heed, they gave attention. And that was what resulted to the selection of what? The first deacons. And you all know how many of them that were selected, how they ended up, became mighty instruments in the hand of the Most High God. They appointed the 7. The people were most probably divided into smaller units for each deacon to take care of. And that's why as an organization we also ordain deacon with the understanding that it will be one deacon or one deaconess or one elder to 50 members or 50 worshippers in our churches. So if you're a deacon, if you're a deaconess, if you're an elder, that is one of your duty. Caring and sharing. House fellowship is the gateway to practical Christianity. We can be deceived in a place like this. But when it comes to the home, it becomes a little bit tough to practice hypocrisy. Number 2, house fellowship that God had given us as a ministry in our organization is the gateway